coming late and then you leave?
I'll be back.
What's up with that?
There was a noise from somewhere deep. We heard the sound, it was bittersweet. Voices calling out from an aching heart, getting so much closer by staying apart, singing a song of hope and love that will heal. You heard when I heard, I feel what you feel. We will survive, we will stay strong. Love is the word, and hope is the song. The streets are empty, but the sky is clear. You want somebody and can't have them near, taking shelter where you can when the world is at stake. Alone together, trying hard not to break, singing a song of hope and love that will heal. You heard when I heard, I feel what you feel. We will survive, we will stay strong. Love is the word, and hope is the song. A song for the lonely, the tired and the weary. A song for the broken, the mighty. Can you hear me? Get beyond our pride and greed, share everything that we need. We won't be ignored. We will be restored. Singing a song of hope and love that will heal. You heard when I heard, I feel what you feel. We will survive, we will stay strong, 'cause love is the word, and hope is the song.
Dawn, where's the snooze button?
Freddie, it's time to get up. We got a show to do. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Hang tight, guys. Pressing the snooze one more time.
And it's time to do a show.
Morning time, snooze button.
Oh, got it.
Good morning, South Florida, and welcome to the breakfast at the Brooklyn Cafe TV.
Take a deep breath and a good whiff of that coffee brewing. Grab yourself some toast, a donut, or any breakfast. As Dawn and Freddie get you up and ready for the rest of your day.
So I grabbed myself and called 888-994-4995 to share a tip of the day.
Or just to say good morning.
So get ready for the time of your life.
Shake off your sleepies, buckle up, cause it's showtime! Adios.
Welcome, welcome, welcome to the half hour late of the morning show.
I think we're 5 minutes early for the 9:30 show.
It's not supposed to be at 9:30.
It's a matter of perspective. Shift perspective.
Well, if you take the batteries out of the clock, then you'll be on time. Is that what you're telling me?
I might have made us a little too late when I set up the game.
That is way too late. I feel like I'm Snow White. How'd you do the game?
I went into color correction. I went to that white stretch. So maybe RK can go in and check the white stretch that I've stretched this out a little too much in whiteness. Anyway, happy Wednesday to you. As they say, wisdom.
I'm going to teach you how to
Wind
do
up
boards.
Wednesday.
Ignore her. I'm going to teach you how to do boards. I'm going to teach you how to do boards correctly.
That's much better. Thank you, RK.
Because all of these shortcuts,
Why was that a shortcut?
because that's not the way you work gains on the camera.
No one ever taught me how to run board.
There you have it. But you learned
that's
a
actually
bad
a fact.
habit. You learned the shortcut.
I didn't learn it. I figured it out myself.
And then she taught me.
And then I shut it down.
Remember when you were a kid and somebody said something and there was a long line?
Telephone?
And then at the end of the line there was something different? That's what happens here.
Pretty
I gotta
much.
admit though, it looks pretty good.
It's kind of nice job, RK. Thank you. It was just a little too white
Now
stretch.
we just need to hear it. Is it working?
That I do not know. Happy Wednesday, everyone. What a Wednesday it's been already. What a week. That's all I can tell you. The heat in South Florida is, I feel like I'm in the desert. It is so hot everywhere. Being 54 isn't helping, but it's hot is all I can tell you.
Now I tell you, it's gonna be 101
Should have
today.
come with a warning label somewhere in South Florida.
It's 125 degrees in the U.S.
Where in the U.S.?
In the hot zone, in the dome.
In the Midwest? Unbelievable.
It
the
is
heat
horrible.
is ridiculous. I think Japan, it's so hot also. The Olympics, oh my gosh, what is all going on
Did
with
you see
that?
did you see the tennis player? He called timeout.
It's too hot.
And he said to the judge, he says, I got to sit down. It was 117 degrees. And the judge says, no, you got to play through. He says, what are you going to do when I drop dead here in the middle of the court? And the judge says, ooh, maybe we take a break. It was so hot that they had to get a hose to hose down the court. And it dried in 3 minutes.
Do you ever know it got that hot in Japan?
No.
And I don't know where it is in Japan, but apparently everyone is so sequestered they can't even go out and be tourists. So all the things that the Olympics was supposed to do to bring tourism there, other than the village and that hotel where everyone's staying, they can't see Tokyo, nothing. They see it from their window. Like Sarah Palin, I can see Alaska from my house. They can see Tokyo from their window, but that is it.
Wow. Is that going to be that kind of date to Sarah Palin? That's like 2007.
I got you to smile though.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
And I might even get a chuckle is all I can tell
Wow. All I got to say is,
Very good
what?
question's gonna age you guys.
you. Yeah, what?
Who's Sarah Palin?
Thank you.
Are you serious?
No,
I could see Russia from my house. Yeah.
Exactly. Tina Fey is a great Sarah Palin.
Yeah.
You kind of look like Tina Fey.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Thank you very much. I will take that as a compliment.
Freddie looks like Dan Aykroyd.
And you look like Phyllis Dillis.
Diller.
Like Ben
Her too.
Stone, but thank you.
You know
Nice
who that
to have
is?
RK back in the house.
Phyllis Dillis? I have no idea who that is.
Because she's
no.
early night anyway.
I've never even heard the name.
Yeah.
You never heard of Phyllis Diller?
Phyllis Dillis? No.
Phyllis
Do
Diller.
you know any Phyllis? I don't know any Phyllis.
Phyllis Diller's before me.
You never heard of Phyllis Diller?
No.
Nope.
You know Bob Hope?
Nope.
I've heard Bob Hope.
Holy
Bob Hope
smokes.
sounds like a preacher name.
Is he a golfer?
When I was in high school and I went to Gator Growl, because it was something I was probably not supposed to do, but back in the day you did things like that, Bob Hope was the halftime show.
Does anybody know what Bob Hope is known for?
Yes,
No
he's-
halftime shows and nothing?
yes, he went and entertained the troops.
The military in Vietnam. It was the biggest thing in Vietnam. You ever seen Apocalypse Now?
Yes.
Remember the guy who was on a helicopter with the girls and they were dancing on stage and they had to run out because he says, this bunch of crazies? That was a Bob Hope deal.
Good morning, Debbie Nakvi. Debbie Appleseed, say good morning.
Good morning.
I have to tell you though, I never realized Vietnam was so beautiful. So on my treadmill, I get to run through all these beautiful countries and travel without leaving the comforts of my air-conditioned house. And I've been doing this Vietnam series. It is spectacular. It is really, really beautiful. the gardens.
We
and
talk
the
about
walls.
Vietnam and
Yes.
Bob Hope, and you talk about Vietnam and running to the beauty of it.
Yes, because I think, and I feel like the beauty of Vietnam was totally taken away because of the war, and all you see is bloodshed and war. But it is a beautiful country. I've never been there personally, but I run
So is
through
Iran.
it virtually.
Why don't
It
you go run
probably
through there?
is. As long as I can stay at home.
Why
I'm
don't you
good
run
to
through
go.
Afghanistan, through the mountains? That's a nice place too. The Taliban would chase you all over the
You
place.
know what? As long as I'm running to the comfort of my home, it's beautiful. But I think we lose sight of the beauty of nature.
Are you?
Dawn's gonna take a visit to like Vietnam on vacation with Chuck one day, and she's gonna be on like a beautiful trail. She's gonna hear the birds and the monkeys in the distance. She's gonna step on a landmine and just.
Thank you
Yeah.
for playing. I don't think they'll let Chuck in. He's too tall.
They're going to. She's going to step on a landmine. What kind of dark person are you?
Vietnam is still riddled with landmines. You didn't know that?
Yeah.
And you would know
probably
this.
is.
Why? How do you know
Because I
this?
watch documentaries, Freddie. Something you probably
You
don't.
watch a
I like
documentary?
documentaries.
Yeah.
Discovery Channel.
War films, Discovery. All right.
There's a whole
History
new
Channel.
segment now on Jerusalem, which is pretty amazing. To look at what it is and to look back at the history. You know, people can do creation or God or the aliens, whatever it is you believe in. But when you look at Jerusalem and you look at the building structures that still stand, you cannot refute what was there.
Refute?
You can't.
And
It is there.
Did you just say that I pray to aliens?
If, no, you know, some people believe in creation, others believe in,
Creationism, yeah.
in the Bible and Adam and Eve, others believe that the aliens came and built the pyramids, whatever it is you believe in. When you look in the Middle East and you see all of this spectacular building that is still there, you can't refute that it existed because there it is.
But how do you know it wasn't R.K. in his documentary that built it yesterday?
Maybe.
Maybe I have a time machine in the garage. Maybe I helped build the pyramids.
Can you imagine?
The Sphinx was actually in my image. Don't be fooled.
You know, I kind of could see that.
Thank you.
Anyway, happy Wednesday. Mental health is on a huge focus again and again and again. Simone Biles has pulled out of the individual competition. And here's my big thing I got to ask you guys. Do you think, and it's okay that she pulls out, that's her choice, that it's fair for her maybe next week to go, okay, now I'm ready to get back in the Olympics? Or do you think it is unfair to the team as a whole? They're supporting her and doing, and that is great, but can now she suddenly say, it's okay, I want to be back in next week? Or is, if you make that decision, I should ask Miss St. Petersburg, once you make that commitment that you're not going to be part of it, do you take yourself out of the whole thing?
I see a little bit of both sides. I mean, she was on lots of interviews and under a lot of pressure, and it seems that whenever she was asked and interviewed about what's the next step, what will happen next, she kept saying they're going to take it day by day. And I know the Olympic team has a great team of medical staff now that is reliable and is listening to its athletes. I'm happy to see that they're not pushing her past her limits. The fact that she is vocalizing, okay, I'm not mentally okay to do this. I think it'll hurt the team rather than help. I like that they gave her that option to step down, but I also hear out the whole stepping away from the team, but maybe would be okay in a couple days to do individual. How for a team player to then look at that, it's a little unwell to think you could step away from the team but still be okay the
And
next
then
day
step
or the
back
next
in,
week.
right.
But at the same time, I don't think it's my place to judge that. I do not know what's going on in her head, how she is health-wise, and if she says that she's going to reevaluate every single day and she has professionals helping her, then I truly think that decision is up to her and their team, because we just will never know.
Never know. And you'll never
You're
walk
never
in
in
her
that
shoes,
position,
right?
no.
Exactly. Okay, what do you think? Because your show's a lot on mental health awareness.
I actually just found out about this yesterday. And so I think, like, hats off to her, first of all, to be able to be like, yeah, you know what, I need to prioritize my mental health over the Olympics, one of the biggest events in the world. But I think if she's going to take this break, she should not be able to do individuals.
Why do you think?
Well, because she already said she's going to step off, she's going to take time for mental health, and she's already, affecting the team. So it's like you said, it's not fair to the team. And she's like, I'm cool with the individuals, just not team,
It's amazing that the team that came in last night, silver, as the team without her. Now, is that her sister who stepped up to do
I
the
have
vault?
not been able to watch it, so I don't know. But
I had heard that. Now, I don't know if it's her biological sister or it's like her sister teammate sister, so I'm not really
I was
sure.
gonna say, if we're talking about, I believe the last name is Childs or Jordan Childs, I believe is the other young lady who stepped in a lot. I don't know every single girl full name, last name, but I believe the way it worked is that we have 4 girls, and when it comes down to the team event of what I watched last night, they choose 3 of their top performers to do each event. So they'll pick the top 3 for vault, for uneven bars, for floor. And originally, because of Simone's, she's the GOAT, she's the greatest of all time, she had mapped out to do every single event. And what happened is she did compete in vault, so they counted her vault score, and then it was after that one routine, she pulled back, said no, and the other girls had to step up into that place to be that 3rd person for the rest of the events. So there's a lot of props to the girls who were put on the spot in that moment to be like, hey, I'm trying to remember who it was. There was someone that they were talking about didn't even get to fully warm up the uneven bars because it was not in the plan.
I wasn't expected.
But she was able to step up and step in, and she got it done. And Simone stood on that floor to cheer them on as well. So I think that also speaks that she came back out in her warm-ups and was there to be a part of the team still.
True team, amazing, right?
I think that the aspect that it's a mental breakdown, not an injury. And think about it, if she had twisted her ankle, she couldn't perform.
You wouldn't think twice, right?
You can't say anything, right?
Right.
And isn't a mental aspect an injury? See, what upsets me is I could be going through the same thing, but because I'm not the greatest in the world, does it count?
Of course.
Think anybody cares?
Absolutely.
Really?
Absolutely.
I don't know about all that. I
Absolutely.
think that her stepping forward, being the greatest, being one of the best, and being honest about it, sends a message to the world. And that's what they're looking at, and I get it. And I think she should be allowed to do individuals and teams and everything. It's a team sport, and they have many players, and they have to pick another player, you got to man up. But if she had twisted her ankle, would you say, get out there and compete on one leg? No. And this is just an injury like anything else, except that she's the greatest. And when you're the greatest, man, everybody says, come on, we want to win, because everybody is fascinated by this medal count thing.
I gotta tell you, the girls, they have stepped up as a team, as everything, to support her, to do what they do, to come in with the silver. Amazing.
You see the girl swimmer who came in, first time a female swimmer for the United States, has 6 gold medals.
Wow.
That was one of our first golds, I think.
Yeah. That lady is outstanding.
Now, is this different or the same girl who is from Alaska, who's the first
Different girl.
Alaskan gold
Different
medalist?
girl.
Because I've been loving watching her. I cannot remember her first name.
That's a
She's
Cinderella
fantastic
story.
Too. Oh, yes.
But the swimmers are great. I think we took silver and bronze last night in swimming.
Do you have any idea what our medal count is, anyone?
Yes, we have 24.
24 medals? How many of them are in bronze?
Gold to 10. I don't remember bronze. I know gold is 10. I know that we're second to China. I think they have 30. And the United States softball team lost 2-0. They were heartbroken because they thought they could beat the Japanese
But
this
they
time.
said they got silver.
Yeah, so what? That team should have won gold. That
But-
team was
But
good.
they got silver. First time in 13 years, apparently.
I know, but this team was
Since there was softball
Built.
in the Olympics.
built
Oh, yeah,
to
that
win
is a
it.
cool addition. The
Built to
softball.
win it. What about surfing? Did you see the
Surfing,
guy?
yeah.
We got the gold medal. Did you hear about this guy?
No.
No.
He lost his passport. He
Because
couldn't get in the
I thought you were
country.
saying he lost his pants.
He almost didn't compete.
Wow.
And the United States ambassador or whatever, they straightened it out and they got him in to compete.
But do you think being in Japan, if you live in Japan, you have the advantage, just like home field advantage when you're playing football?
Not really.
You don't think?
Not in this
You're not
arena.
used to the
There's
weather
no
or...
crowds. They're not even letting the locals come and watch. So unless it's really an outside event like the triathlon or the race, the bike racing, like you don't really see people even being able to watch unless it's an outside event where they can line the streets.
I would think, some of them prepared for the heat. I was watching the volleyball or the handball in saunas. Like they would play and practice in
Wow.
saunas in situations to mimic the heat that they were going to feel in Japan. I mean, you don't realize what goes into this process.
It's a lot of training.
And the
You train
mental
for
health?
4 years.
And then Michael Phelps was on, because he last time he came up and said he had depression, he suffered from anxiety and depression and what it was like. He said, but his wasn't performing anxiety and depression, it was when the lights went off and there was nobody saying you're the best. and you had to live within your own space. And this goes back to what you always
Yeah,
say.
but Michael had 28 goals or something. I don't know what the hell he did.
I don't know how many.
What a career he had.
But for him, it was when the lights went off and no one was, yes, Michael, you're the best. He had to feel he was the best in who he was without all the accolades going on. The difference today with Simone Biles is with her mental health. If she does a wrong twist or a wrong vault, it could be life-changing physically for her because she can land the wrong way.
She could get hurt.
For someone else in another sport, you either don't make the gold, maybe you don't swim the best lap, they're saying, but it could not be potentially detrimental in life, impacting physically.
But the bottom line here, I remember when I was growing up and I was watching the Mets in '86, to me, Dwight Gooden was the greatest pitcher on the planet at the time. And he was my idol. And then I was at a diner. I remember I was working for John Hancock, and I had a bunch of agents and stuff there. And Dwight Gooden was suspended for using cocaine. And it devastated me. Now, everybody in there was making a joke about it. You know, was he snorting the lines up the first base path and stuff? They were making jokes. But that impacted me like they didn't understand. Because I always wanted to pitch in the majors. I always wanted to be a ball player. And to see my idol go down that way was the most devastating thing that I had to go to. And then I had to sit there and take everybody's joke about it. Like it was, and I don't know the
You
man.
take it personally?
I took it personally. Now, Dwight lives in Florida, and I have a friend reaching out to him because I want to meet him. And to me, he was one of the greatest arms I've ever seen until I see DeGrom pitch. DeGrom from the Mets. He's the greatest pitcher on the planet right now, and he's hurt. Now, I can't blame him to go out and pitch with one arm because he's hurt, and they're being safe with him, and yada, yada, yada. But, you know, when you're an icon, like I got to see Michael, and I got to see all these players. I got to see the great LeBron, yes.
Where is that, by the way?
I got to see these guys.
Great LeBron.
I got to see.
Back to that.
I saw Jordan. I've seen Jordan.
But the bottom line, the only thing that I always like to see is a player stay with a team. If you stay with a team, good, bad, or indifferent, and you're the greatest, then then Duncan, he comes to mind. These are guys that stay with teams when they were good, bad, and indifferent.
You know, my dad actually said he ran into a great baseball player the other day in the doctor's office who stayed with the team, Mr.
Who?
David Ortiz.
Oh yeah, Ortiz,
Stayed with the Red
lefty
Sox,
Ortiz.
He's
And he came to the Mets.
Yeah.
He came to the Mets, Ortiz, and he did very, very well. I love David Ortiz.
Before Boston?
Oh, you mean Papa?
Yeah, Big
Oh,
Papi.
Papi. No, I'm talking about the pitcher Ortiz. Yes, he stayed with the Red Sox, good, bad, or indifferent, until they won four World Series with Papi.
What's up with you today? Look at him.
I was just liking the fact that you was talking about LeBron.
He's quiet, he's refined, he's walking around. What's going on, Slim?
I think you were going to tell me how the USA came back to life and destroyed the Iranian basketball team.
Yeah, right?
I'm not surprised because
That's
I wouldn't
pathetic.
think Iran would have a good basketball team. Plus, I'm not worried about the USA basketball team because
They're going to get beat by France.
yeah, the only good player in there is Damian Leonard. Because I only
No,
like
what
those guys.
about Mr. New Jersey?
Who? Kevin Durant?
Yeah.
No, Kevin Durant is not the same Kevin Durant. So
What happened?
You know, Kevin Durant has a busted Achilles.
too much injuries, and you know what happens when players got too much injuries.
And he's
He can't-
playing
he
in
can't
a
come
lot
back
of
as Kevin
pain.
Durant.
Did you hear the story? He don't want nobody to know. He's playing in so much pain that they have to raise him upside down at night after a game. He's in so much pain, so much agony.
Why, though?
He busted
So why would
because
he?
he's one of the greats, and his
I don't
country's
think- I don't
But
dependent.
think
then
we
it
can-
goes back to what you just talked about of basketball and mental health. And if he's torn,
He should
pull
just
out.
pull out. Yeah. Have
Who
someone
was this? There
younger.
was somebody in this room that told me Superman doesn't always wear a cape.
Oh, he doesn't. Yeah.
That
of
just
course.
means they walk among us.
Well,
That doesn't mean-
Kevin Durant doesn't want. Do you know how much heat Kevin Durant's going to take from his NBA players if he don't
Torn
win that? If he
Achilles.
don't win that go,
Most
they don't
How do you
care.
play- They're not playing with torn Achilles.
They didn't tell him to go either.
I think if Kevin just wants to, go and say that he can do it without LeBron or like
How did he
somebody-
get even chosen to go, though?
Like I think
Now
I think
you-
they do a scouting like
you just-
basically if he clears on conditioning he should be good.
Did you hear what he just said?
Did I just open up a can of worms?
He left L.A. went to Jersey because he don't want to be in LeBron's shadow. And he wants to show LeBron he can win a gold.
Like, he was too busy going to different teams. Once he like went to different teams for me, I felt like Kevin Durant was kind of like.
You know,
going
you
the way
guys
of
are
Derrick
spoiled
Rose.
because you had the 3 greatest players on the planet all play for you at Miami. and
Yeah.
you
Oh,
won.
you remember? I know
Yeah,
you were there.
and that's
You
the
went to the
reason why
parties.
you don't think there's anything wrong with going around and hiring the championship because
Hiring
you,
a championship?
you got to taste that champagne. See, the Knicks, I did not. I
Yeah,
drink
I
a
don't
lot of
believe
mud.
it. I don't
I've been
believe it.
drinking mud since 1972.
Come over to our side.
You hate Trae Young.
I don't hate Trae Young. I'm gonna tell you something. I put a lot of money on Atlanta beating the Bucks.
I wouldn't say that.
And
Yeah,
I won a lot of money until they lost that series. Trae Young is outstanding. He's
Yeah.
the next Curry. Telling you.
Debatable.
I'm telling you.
It is debatable because they play two different. Curry pass shoot first. He's more pass mid range.
That must be the Curry you know today, because when he went to Madison Square Garden and lit up the Knicks for 56, he wasn't passing too
No,
much.
he was shooting. Yeah, he was a shooter.
He was shooting from mid-court.
But like the NBA is gonna change because Klay Thompson is coming back for Golden State. So
Who's
they're gonna
coming
have Klay Thompson.
Who's
His-
Klay Thompson?
Curry's like Robin. He's Batman.
I heard they're going to
Curry's
raise the backboard another 2 feet because the
Not at
players
all.
are too big.
Robin. Not at all.
They're hitting their heads against the backboard.
You see Giannis? Giannis doesn't even jump to like dunk. So I
That
wouldn't
man
think
is
so.
huge. Did you see the 7'4" Chinese woman in China playing? She's 14
Would I
years
come up
old.
to her hip?
She's 7'4".
You won't even come up to her ankle.
How tall are you?
7'4".
About 5'2".
You're taller than me.
She's 7'4".
She's about as tall as Slick.
Yeah, I'm like 7'5".
She been standing here, right?
I doubt it.
What's a doorway measured?
8.
8 feet.
8 feet?
Yeah. Just a
I'm
little.
6'8".
She just has to duck a little bit.
6'8".
But when she puts on here, she's about 9 feet tall.
This dude.
I'm 6.
Dan, how tall are you?
I'm so tall.
6'2".
You're 6'1", 6'2".
Yeah.
Really? And how tall are you then? 5 feet?
Yo, she would like dribble. She would dribble us.
So last night we've got Lewis in here hanging the mount. So Lewis is here for 2 hours last night doing this mount.
There's no way we're gonna do this.
There was no way you guys were going to do this on your own.
I already saw that.
So at the end of it, Freddie goes to the radio station. I'm here, and Lewis you said to me, just let him do his thing. So he's doing his thing, and then you say to me, "Is it working?" You know how heavy that TV is.
Yeah.
It looks.
I don't know if it's working. Lewis hung himself from the mount, so I could see how strong it was.
Watch
And
it
he
come
says,
down now.
"You guys, I hope you have some strong guys to hang this TV." So in my head is, how many guys I got are gonna hang this TV
Well, we need
today?
2 guys to hold it. 1 guy with small hands. The only problem is, how do I get him to reach up there? We're gonna have to stack some books.
He can stand on my shoulders.
Go on it. I was just gonna say, onto the shoulders.
Yeah, I'll stand on a big guy's shoulders.
How tall are you?
5'5".
5'5"? Oh, then we have a shot. We have a shot.
What is that pause? Just like you didn't
No, we have a shot. No, honestly, I was looking at it this morning, and I'm gonna need the tallest guy because you need leverage. I need 6 packs over here, and then you mount it, and then because the wires might not be long enough, so we may have to take it down and redo it.
No. That's why I think we use the wires that are there. The wires
We're
that's
gonna use
plugged
the
into
wires
the
that are
TV.
there, but it's not. It's the HDMI wire that might be too short. Might have to go up high. I don't know. We have to see.
Slick assured me that the TV was light and skinny, so it won't be hard to.
That TV?
That's what I mean. That's what I was told.
That's because he's comparing.
That's what you
He's
said.
comparing the weight, the thing that he has between his ears.
Just so you know, it can be done because Aaron had this hanging in his house,
But he didn't have an HDMI hanging out of it.
but he had it mounted on the wall.
But he didn't have an HD. That's the easy part. I could put it up by myself on the wall.
You could? So what's the hard part?
The HDMI wire.
Why?
Because it's got to fit into a jacket. You got to go like this.
So
and
put
like
it
this.
put it in before you hang the TV.
Right. You got to have somebody with muscles to
No, no,
hold it
no.
up where you do it.
Put it before you hang it.
Yes. But you
Before
got.
you really hang it.
Wow. Are they? You hear this? Yes. Somebody's got to hold it while somebody else plugs it in. The
Okay.
TV's heavy. That TV weighs like 100
I
pounds.
put the TV in the car.
But you didn't hold it over your head.
I see the sheet. I see. Yes, she can.
Oh, you know, I got all this testosterone going. Everybody, just put the damn thing up.
John break it down.
We got to see if it works.
Yeah, that we got to see if it works. But today's a perfect day because we've got all these guys in here to do it.
These guys.
That's the thing that scares me.
Why? He's lactose intolerant. We got mini donuts coming in today.
Okay, so anybody doing shows today?
We got, yes, Danielle.
Danielle, yeah, we got Miss Danielle.
That's it?
We got Danielle. We've got RK.
Isn't,
RK, you filmed last week. Are you going to air yours today?
Would you believe me if I said I still have to finish editing it? I've been busy all weekend. I've been working.
but this is
nonstop.
why
Now
we
you
don't
know we
like
talked about going
No,
live.
I
to
know,
do
I
it.
know,
You
I
got
know,
to, for
I
now
know.
on, you go live or you don't go.
I know. Okay.
Because what happens is life happens.
Yeah.
And then you lose the momentum of what you talked about. And then you'll be like slipping, going, I'm
You know, then you're going to reason the illogical to the logical, and it gets really confusing.
Okay.
And that's it. We got to get Miss Alana set up with a show of some sort.
I've been brainstorming.
Okay, enough with the brain, and let's do it.
Haley will be in. We've got, who else coming in? I think Bianca could
Now,
be.
I want to try something. I want to try something a little bit different
yeah,
now
gosh, we had a lot
that
of
I have
people.
all these minds. Everybody, including Crazy Uncle Mike, is out of Flickr with saying, "And how you doing?" And everybody's doing that. I'm tired of doing that. What I want to do is I want to take the crew out to a designated location and visit a number of stores. Now, you don't all attack one store at a time. You go into 4 or 5, let the owner know that you're on your way, and then you do your thing. So let's say that he has the camera.
You trust me?
You make me seasick when you start doing this.
No, because like he has that thing.
You have that thing?
Yeah, it's around.
Yes.
Who's broke? Yours broke yesterday?
What the-
Your gimbal?
Oh yeah, you talking about the phone thing? It was been broke. So it's
Oh, okay. Freddie was upset that it broke yesterday.
it's not so good.
No.
I'm gonna re-up on that.
Okay, re-up. Okay, let me ask you a question. How do we get the gentlemen? How do we get the sound? Like if she's talking, how does she talks into the phone?
We have a lav.
Oh, we have a lav. Okay, that's what I want to do. So, and then I want to send 3 guys out to the next stops so that if she finishes one, she goes to the next, finishes that, go to the next. And I want to do something a little bit different than everybody else. Because I'm going to be, what's the lady's name? The gymnast?
Simone Biles.
I'm going to be the
You wanna be
Mr.
the goat?
Biles.
Okay.
We're gonna do the what now?
The Mr.
The
Bob.
Mr. Biles. I'm going
Does
to
she
be
have
the
a
goat.
boyfriend? Girlfriend?
Don't know her.
Just wondering.
But I want to be the next.
Oh, Debbie
I
likes
wanna
that idea.
Debbie, of course. I think what we have to do is we have to take what we do and take it to another level.
Agreed.
As a matter of fact, I'm going to get a waterproof gimblet, whatever that thing is called.
Gimbal?
Gimbal. And Mr.
For
Testosterone
female
is going
gimbals.
to jump into the pool, and he's going to show us the front and the backstroke, and we're going to put a camera on.
Honestly, I am a good swimmer though.
Yeah,
So, like,
we're gonna
I
find
was
out.
watching swimming.
We're going to put you in
What's
a
your favorite
Breaststroke is
stroke?
breaststroke. It feels like you're attacking the water. No, the fly. my
Isn't
bad.
the
This is the
breaststroke
fly.
this
This
way?
is the fly. No, my bad.
This
The
is
fly,
the butterfly?
The fly.
It's called the frog.
The fly. It's called the fly.
Now, have you guys ever been to Sandy Sugar Sand
Sugar
Park?
Sand Park?
You ever been to Sugar Sand Park?
Yeah.
You have?
Yeah, I know that.
I haven't been since the kids were
Have you
little.
guys been?
It's a really nice park.
Childhood.
Tripping.
When the kids were
We
little.
are going to invade that park and do some
120
work.
degrees outside.
Take it easy. I didn't say
Are we
today.
gonna go
Okay.
play on the
But they
swing
have
sets?
a little maquinas,
Yes, they have a.
a Ferris wheel. What is that? A merry-go-round. What is that?
Merry-go-round.
Merry-go-round.
Is
You
it
like
still there?
merry-go-round?
A carousel.
Carousel?
Okay.
They
Okay.
have a carousel.
You ever been in a carousel?
Oh yes.
You have?
Yes,
You
I
too?
was.
Tell me yes. I'm a faint.
You know, he had as a kid once.
Yeah, but I didn't know that he had the sensitive side.
Yeah, I know how to be soft sometimes.
Do you? I think.
Do you know what I saw, by the way? I
think
saw
this is a new show
Walmart
right here.
pays for their employees to go to college.
Wait,
Walmart.
Did you realize that?
I didn't know from Walmart. I know that there's a lot of businesses out there that have programs for students to be able to, they'll pay for it as long as they then stay with the company. There's certain
Yeah,
stipulations.
Starbucks does that. Starbucks is really good.
Starbucks does that.
It's
I know
pretty
that,
cool.
You have to
Pharmacy
pass.
or whatever,
Yeah.
they'll send their
You have
kids
to have
pharmacy
grades.
school and then-
Yeah.
Yeah, but if for people who can't afford to go to college and they're looking for a career path or something in the industry, It used to be $1 a week or $1 a day you have to pay through Walmart. So you're paying like $30 a month, but they would pay for your tuition. They're taking that away next month. That you do not have to pay the $1 a day. They're fully covering the tuition. That's pretty amazing.
I gotta verify that.
I'll show you the article. It's pretty remarkable. I don't know what you need to major in. I don't know whether it's an associate or a bachelor's, but even continuing education. You want to go back to school?
Are you out of your mind?
But think about the flip side also. Yes, they're paying for your college, but they pay you 10 an hour. That's not really a living wage.
Say that again?
They're paying for your college, but they're not really paying a living wage. What do they pay, like 12 an hour?
I don't know.
It's just to keep you there longer in case you.
Wait a minute, hold on a second. Walmart is paying you to get educated, and you're gonna complain because they pay you $12 an hour?
Well, because I'm saying most college students.
Well, what if I say, go get $12 an hour somewhere else and let somebody else pay for this? What's the matter with you?
I mean, you
They're
can't
doing
live
you a
on your own,
solid.
pay rent, and also.
Yeah, but if you're trying to go to school, if you're making $15 an hour, if you calculate the math, an extra $3 an hour would you be able to afford to go to school?
No.
Fair enough. Touche.
How much does it cost to go to school?
Too much.
Way too. Yeah.
Too much, right?
Even at a state school, it's expensive. Forget private school.
Now,
right?
I would love Biden if he would say all student debt is erased.
We were told that was a true thing. I have not
haven't
heard
found
that
any of
anywhere.
that
Yeah, I haven't
information.
either.
This is ridiculous.
I have not heard that anywhere.
And I'm going to tell you, this thing, they sold my son a bill of goods who gave it to me. I ended up having to pay for it.
He's smart.
Bill of goods. No, he ain't smart. I'm putting in I'm suing him
You're
for
suing him?
misinformation.
Yeah,
they say,
but-
oh, yeah, you can pay this back.
But
Whatever.
he's
No,
kinda-
you got to
he's
pay
kinda
that
working
back.
He's kind of working it off, though, through here.
He's working nothing off. I pay him every time he does the work.
What?
My wheel.
My wheels! You got a gorgeous grandson out of that loan, so it's all worth it.
I swear to God, did you do this at home too?
What, spin it?
Like if there's an earthquake in your backyard, you would spin and says, yeah, but if you put a flower in there, it'll look real nice. I mean, what is
Pretty
it with
much.
you?
When the screen came down, but if you take the rest of it down, you've got a beautiful open pool view. Yeah. It's all about perspective.
The glass is half full.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, another person that sees that you see the
Until
cup
this
half
moment, I
full.
really like you.
Thank you. I feel you. Gosh.
What is it with you?
Just cup half full all the time. You need to stay positive.
I think Vlad's always positive, too.
Thank you.
Listen,
always
there ain't
said-
nobody more positive than me.
Why you gotta do
More
that?
positive than me.
Really?
Absolutely.
Lies you tell.
But the bottom line here is they don't know how positive they are if it's all milk and honey. Somebody's got to throw the spice in there.
There you go.
appreciate that.
Add a
See?
little bit of spice.
Spice.
We got Mini Donut World coming in today, you guys.
So excited.
So no more FOMO.
Yeah.
And Val brought you in some candy yesterday also.
Wait, what is FOMO again?
Fear of missing out. So they were a little upset, RK and Dan, yesterday that they missed out on
First
all the
of
fun
all,
of hanging the
he was
TV.
working, I don't know, what you worked, 10 hours and you got tired? What was that?
I worked
40 hours?
Yeah, 40
Four
hours in the
doubles.
span of 4 days.
And how old are you?
21.
And you get tired, why?
Piece of the
Some vitamin
physical
C? Yeah, but you
Freddie,
got
I'm not-
to
I
man
can't
up,
sit
baby.
down and talk for my job. I
You
have to
got to
run around a
man
restaurant
up.
all
Really?
day.
You think that this is all I ever did in my life?
No, I didn't say that.
You got to man it up and come in. You could have slept on the sofa. You've done it before.
It's true. Could have. Fallen asleep while running the board. I've done that before.
I think we need some new summer
Fall asleep on the
swag
sofa? I
here.
can do that.
No, you can't, but he does.
Oh,
We need some new summer swimming swag.
What?
It's hot. Everyone needs like
Some-
swimming swag. Even Slick's wearing short sleeves.
okay. Yo.
Can men wear bikinis?
Hell
No.
It depends what they look
Speedos
like.
exist.
Okay, Speedos, but can a man wear a bikini?
Can you wear it? Yeah.
Yeah, why
Should you
not?
wear it is a whole nother
But
story.
why? What's wrong with that?
You can wear.
It depends what
But what's wrong with wearing a bikini if you're wearing a Speedo?
I didn't say anything was wrong with that. You can wear a bikini.
You're gonna wear a Speedo.
I can wear a Speedo. Yeah.
And a bikini, what is the difference between one and the other?
One is the
It's
top.
it's his
The
preference.
top?
Yeah, the top. A bikini has the top. The Speedo
So
is
what
just the
about when you
bottoms.
put on a whole full length? Like
A
in
one
your-
piece?
Yeah, a man. You ever seen a man's? They put on a whole piece.
Yes, swimsuit.
It's the same difference. Is that a top?
Leotard.
Yes, swimsuit.
It has a top. It's like a zip up, like a wetsuit.
Like a wetsuit type of deal. What's the difference? You do
Between-
it all the time.
Do what you want.
Whatever
but-
you're comfortable
no,
in.
But if you feel comfortable in a bikini, you can wear one.
Slick's going on the beach with you.
Me, you
Again, it's all about
mixed
perspective, right?
Will you walk with me on the beach if I'm wearing one?
Yeah, of course.
Would you hold my hand?
Hold your hand. Hard pass. Hold your hand. Hey,
Wait to
now
see-
you're stretching.
I wanted to see
Now
how
you're
far I can
stretching.
read that
Now you're
envelope.
stretching it.
So you think a man in a bikini is not comfortable to be around?
I mean, a bikini was made for a woman.
Nah, we just went through this. What about a wetsuit?
A wetsuit? You can wear a wetsuit, yeah. I've seen surfers wear wetsuits, yeah.
You don't have a problem with that?
No, it's a wetsuit.
Gotcha. Okay, I was just wondering why a man can't wear a bikini.
Who said he can't though? Like, who
Well,
said-
Slick
can't,
says-
no, I didn't say he
Yeah.
can't. I said you can. It's your preference.
Not only that, but then you wouldn't even hang out with me if I did.
I would.
I mean, you
I
can-
told
You would.
I
You just
would.
wouldn't hold your hand.
He would.
Yes.
He would.
Thank
He
you.
would.
Okay, here's breaking news. A full-time worker needs to make about $29 an hour to afford a typical two-bedroom apartment in South Florida, more than triple the minimum wage.
$29 an hour.
Just to
That must be a bad apartment.
Why?
Because it costs a whole lot more than that. What's it cost now for a one bedroom? $2,000 a month?
Yep,
Like 1,400 now.
$1,400 for a one-bedroom.
You want to hear a joke? A one bedroom when I was growing up in New York was $400 a month.
You're not gonna find that in the city anymore.
How much will gas?
$1.29.
So
like
it's triple.
imperial times?
No, this was in the 70s and 80s.
Economy was just like that.
We had a two-bedroom apartment in Texas when Chelsea was born, $650 a month.
I had a two bedroom in the Bronx for
Crazy,
$650
right?
a
And that
month.
was in Dallas. That was like in this great, yep. It's amazing, right? Not now.
And I used to make $500 a week, and I used to live like a king.
Now I think two bedrooms in East Boca are $4,000 a month.
Triple.
Is that unbelievable?
It's ridiculous. That's why you should buy a house instead of rent, because you're gonna pay the man one way or the other. Might as well own it until you can't.
Enjoy life until you can't.
Until you can't.
Are you ready to wrap this up? Let's put some things back
now you
together here.
depress me. I'm
Why?
not depressed. Because you just told me how expensive it is to live. Maybe if I live on a beach in a cardboard box in my bikini, nobody will bother me. Hey, they can't throw me off the beach if I'm in a bikini, right?
True.
Nobody would even approach me.
Patrick.
I don't know.
I think I'm getting a strategy.
You want to try it?
Would you wear a shirt still?
I'll put a hidden cam on you.
No, because I want to live in a box on the beach, and I
No
don't
one
want
to
the cops
bother
come
you?
over and throw me out.
We'll send Slick to deliver your mail.
Mail? Mails are only bills. Have you ever noticed that Dawn gets all the mail? It has checks and stuff.
I get the checks,
Freddie,
you get the bills?
all my bills. I get bills. I just get
No,
bills.
I feel like anytime Amazon's knocking on the door, the package is addressed to you.
Here's the funny thing. Packages come in now and I want to return them and you say, no, save them. We may need them. Why?
Because I see the future.
But really?
Hey, listen. If you had listened to me, we would have had that TV already hung, skinny TV on its mount.
But it would have cost more money.
It wouldn't have cost more money.
Why?
As it ends up, it would have cost the same money.
I looked them up.
And then I've been talking to Mr. Magic over here. I want to put that speaker on top today. There's a lot of things I want to do.
All right, let's get to work, guys. Have a great Wednesday. Wind up Wednesday. We're having mini donut world today. You like my wind up? I could never bat left. It's got to be that way.
Dawn was holding the bat like this.
She's like a windshield.
And then she put it on this shoulder.
The guy put it on that shoulder.
Windshield.
He goes, put it here. This way. Alana's knows
Yo,
how to do it.
RK, you play stickball?
What?
You play stickball.
Baseball?
No.
Stickball. Do you know what stickball is?
Is it like cricket? No, what's stickball?
Do you know what it is?
I thought of cricket like RK.
Stickball is with a Spalding and a broom handle bat. It's a game.
It's like
baseball.
baseball with a stick and a rubber ball.
Wiffle ball. You ever play wiffle ball?
Yeah.
Wiffle ball?
Yes.
Okay, so stickball is a little bit more challenging because of the apparatus. Now, yesterday I was watching the wiffle ball championships.
Now that was not on the Olympics, was it?
No, but they're going to try next time to have it in there, and I want to participate.
You should.
Wait. Did you
Oh,
wake
when's
up
boot
early
camp
for
start, by
boot
the way?
camp? Did you wake up today? Did you wake up?
7
I was
a.m.
up
boot
at
camp.
3 o'clock in the morning. I got
Started
up.
Monday?
I got up at 3 in the morning. I go to the back of my house. I say, I see no slick.
Yeah,
You
next
didn't
week.
stretch. Wait, you didn't stretch nothing?
Excuse
I
me.
stretched and I think I busted a hammy.
It's just
Yeah, put a hand. But listen,
Yummy.
the wiffle ball, these guys throw this ball. I've never seen anything like that. It's like a roller coaster.
Oh, it's an art.
It's unbelievable. So if we don't do this stickball thing as a co-ed, I says I need a co-ed team in there. All of us got to play.
Okay.
But then I noticed that they pitch from 55 feet. That's from that door to the back of the wall. That's 55 feet.
Those guys.
And they do it on,
It's
no,
the
they're
length of the
sprawled
theater.
in. And they
Yeah.
do it in one bounce. Who the hell can do that?
Those guys are amazing. They're 80 years old. Those
And he
guys
was
are
telling me,
awesome.
he says, yeah, Freddie, that's right. The pitching is the secret. Now, one of us has to pitch our own team.
Who's going to pitch?
I don't know. I can't do that. Maybe he's slender over here because he got long arms. You got to
You're a
be
good
able to
pitcher?
have that ball show at the 55 feet so that you can hit it.
The average age
hard.
is 72, and you guys don't think you can do it?
I don't know. It's not that easy.
I've got a lot of
70
wiffle ball experience
I
in
hear
my belt.
72 years experience.
Yeah,
is what
I was gonna
hear.
say they've been doing this their entire
Long
lifetime.
time.
And they had batting averages. They're batting 600. These guys can whoop it.
It was a great show. They loved it. They
And-
loved the video you did.
and a whole-
all the pictures.
A home run is 200 feet. How many yards is 200 feet?
Far.
3 yards in a foot.
So 3 times 2 is 600. Is
Yeah.
60 yards.
Something like that.
So you got to be
sorry,
able to
3
hit a
feet in a
ball
yard.
60 yards to hit a home run. That's not that
in
bad.
baseball?
In this it's stickball thing. But you have to be able to get the ball in there from 55 feet, man. That changed the whole game for me.
And their arm don't break.
And you got to bounce it in. It's got to do one bounce.
Now that I don't know about. You have to bounce it. What's the ball? It's a rubber ball, you said?
Did they leave the ball here?
I think you have one. You left another
The yellow
pineapple. They
one, so
gave
you
you
can
one,
see
yeah.
it.
I'll have to check it
So
out.
let's measure it's 55 feet. Let's see who can pitch it.
It is.
so
I
that
think it's the length of the theater.
It is. You got to go from there to the back wall on one bounce. That's impossible. Who can do that?
Me.
Yeah, I was gonna say, let's test it out.
Boom.
I will give you $1 if you can do it.
Okay.
Matter of fact, I'll give you $100 if you can do it.
Take the nails off
Bet.
first.
Nell, I'm used to it. We could do it.
No, because she's close to the ground. They're close to the ground. Maybe they can figure out how to get
We're
in
going
there.
back on our words now.
Because he knows. I'm more athletic than you think.
She would dart.
Yeah, but I was thinking about, I woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning and I'm looking up and I said, 55 feet? And I'm imagining Slick pitching from there and somebody's batting at the back of the wall saying, who the hell can do that? So you got to bounce it at the stage so that it lands more or less where you're hitting. And you only got 7 pitches or you're out. So if Slick doesn't let me hit in the 7 pitches, something I can hit, I'm out.
Sure.
Right? So I can see that being a tough game. It ain't easy.
Opening day. All right, more to come. RK, you going to work on Jay's show for us?
You gotta get in shape for that.
Do we have stuff to work on?
I think they sent it to you on Monday.
I'll check my email.
Check
Okay.
your email. Send it again. Lots of stuff going on here. Stay tuned. You never know where the crew's going to end up on the road today. If you want us to help amplify the impact of your business and spotlight what you do, give us a call, 866-224-5422. We'll send out the crew and get a spotlight view.
What's the number?
866-224-5422. Freddie will answer the phone.
That's my phone.
Yes, it is. Have a great morning, everyone. It's a Wisdom Wednesday. We'll see you in a little bit.
Don't be late. Thank you for listening to the morning show. As I go now to fill my mug, which is completely empty, I'm coffee out.
Your cup runneth over.
No,
Have
company dry.
a great morning, everyone. Stay safe, be kind to each other. Tune in for all of our other morning shows coming from Ant Media Productions and then our afternoon show at 12 o'clock.
And always join us for more fun and laughs because, you know, your day starts when you smile.
Have a great morning, and we'll see you in a little bit.
And don't be late.